very warm welcome to News in Flash column of 29 June 2021. It is presented to you by Lawsico. I'm Ankita Padida. Now let's proceed with this session. Today, that is 29 June 2021, is the Statistics Day. It has been designated one of the special days to be celebrated at national level and is celebrated on the birth anniversary of our late Professor Prasant Chandra Malvanois or PC Malvanois, and he is well known for his invaluable contribution in establishing the national statistical system. The Government of India has been celebrating the Statistics Day to popularize the use of statistics in everyday life and sensitize public to know how statistics help in shaping and framing policies. The theme of Statistics Day 2021 is Sustainable Development Goal 2, that is end hunger, achieve food security, improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture. Moving to the next news item, P. Sainath awarded 2021 Fukuoka Prize. Journalist Palagumi Sainath has been awarded the Fukuoka Grand Prize 2021. This award has been established by Japan Fukuoka City, and the Fukuoka City International Foundation is given to individuals and organizations for their work in preserving Asian cultures. The Fukuoka Prize Committee said Sainath is a committed journalist who has contributed to investigate improvised farming villages in India and capture the reality of lifestyle of residents in such areas. Moving to the next item, first public toilet exclusively for third gender. The New Delhi Municipal Corporation (MDMC) on Monday inaugurated the first public toilet for exclusive use by the third gender people. The toilet facility at the Press Club of India, parking near the Sastri Bhavan area, has been inaugurated by the MDMC chairman and secretary. In 2014, the Indian Supreme Court accorded third gender status to transgender people and individual rights to determine the gender they identify with. The verdict include a directive for separate toilets for transgender individual in public places, including hospital. So this is the first initiative based on these directive given by the Supreme Court of India. Moving to the next news item, the new generation nuclear capable ballistic missile Agni P was successfully flight tested. India successfully carried out test firing of new missile in Agni series known as the Agni P. The test was conducted off the Odisha coast. Agni P is a new generation advanced variant of Agni class of missile, and it can be launched from rail and road, and it can be stored for a longer period. Please note that the new ballistic missile, which has a range capability between 1000 to 2000 meter, weighs half of Agni 3 and has new kind of propulsion and new guidance. Moving to the next news item, Center extend tenure of Attorney General K.K. Venugopal for one more year. So the central government has extended the tenure of Attorney General of India K.K. Venugopal for one more year till June 30, 2021. 2022. Venugopal was appointed as the Attorney General on July 1st, 2017 for 3-year term. Last year too, his tenure was extended by 1 year. Now Venugopal is 89 years old and has been appointed since June 2017 after the former Attorney General Mukul Rohtagi resigned citing personal reasons. Moving to the next news item, Umesh Sinha gets reappointed as Deputy Election Commissioner for 1 year. The appointment committee of the cabinet has approved extension of the term of re-employment of Mr. Umesh Sinha as Deputy Election Commissioner on contract basis for a period of 1 year. Umesh Sinha is an IAS officer of the 1986 batch of Uttar Pradesh cadre and has served as a Secretary General in the Commission. He was given extension in December 2020 for 6 months. Earlier, he got 1 year extension in January 2020. He was also part of committee set up by the Election Commission to look into the issue of revising the election expenditure of candidates during campaigning. Moving to the next news item, it's a good news that India to create free open source co-win version for over 50 interested countries. With the success of our co-win portal, more than 50 countries have shown interest in having co-win like system to run their vaccination drive. So based on that, Dr. R.S. Sarma, CEO of National Health Authority NHA and co-win platform chief, has approved it. Canada, Mexico, Nigeria, Panama, and some of the other countries in India have now decided has now decided to share the open source software free of cost. CoWIN has grown to 300 million plus registrations and vaccination. Moving to the next news item, and miss the environmental complaint, the second biggest dam starts making power. So the second biggest dam uh, has started making or generating power in the southwestern China, and this hydroelectric dam is named as Baihetan Dam on the Jinsa River, which is a tributary of Yangtze River, which is one of the huge river in flowing in China. This initiative has been taken by China to curb surging fossil fuel demand by building more hydropower capacity at, in the country. Plan calls for 289-meter tall Baihetan Dam to have 16 generating units with a capacity of 1 million kilowatt each. So this was all for today. If you like our video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.